Hello guys, welcome back. In the series of learning programming in C, in the previous video we have already discussed about data types and the broad sketch of the classification of data type. In today's video, we will discuss about modifiers. Those who are new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon so that you can get the notifications of all the new videos. And you can also get the link of all my previous videos in the description. Please do check out. What are modifiers? The name itself tells you it is going to modify something. We have already discussed about the fundamental data type, so-called basic data type, or what we call it as primary data type. So we have the integer data type, we have the character data type, we have float and double. And we have discussed about the storage capacity of all these basic data type in the previous video. Please do check out. So as we know, the data type that what we have here has different storage capacity, because integer stores the whole numbers and float double stores the fractional numbers. Character stores a single character enclosed in single code. So according to the data, we have the storage capacity. We say int requires 2 bytes of storage, character 1 byte, and we have float, which is 4 bytes. Then double, it is 8 bytes. And these storage capacity that what we are talking about here, it varies on the processor. I'm just giving this example with respect to the 16-bit processor. So if it is 32-bit or 64-bit, the storage capacity varies. So when I say I'm storing some value, it may be whole number or it may be the fractional number. Depending upon the storage capacity, the value will be stored. If it is the whole number, we say it is a variable of integer type. So we have to declare a variable of integer type. So 2 bytes of memory is sufficient to store the whole number. But just imagine you want to store a very small number, which is a single digit or 2 digits. So for example, for integer, let me declare a variable. I say int x, right? So I just say x equal to 12. A very small number where 2 bytes of memory is more to store this value. So as soon as the compiler encounters this variable declaration statement, it is going to allocate the memory for that. So how much amount of memory it is going to allocate? 2 bytes of memory will be allocated and the name x will be assigned to that and the value 12 will be stored in that. But the storage capacity that what the processor has given for this variable x is more. So we are simply wasting the memory. How can I minimize this? This is one part. Just imagine you want to store some mobile number. It crosses 10 digits or it will be 10 digits. So this 2 bytes will not be sufficient for me to store that very long number. So 10 digits number I cannot fit in just 2 bytes. Then how can I store that number? So I need to modify. So for all these purposes, in order to modify the meaning of the existing data type, we make use of these modifiers. So modifiers are used to modify the meaning of the existing data type so that it can suit the requirement of the user. All the requirements depending upon the data that what we are going to accept, accordingly we can suit the requirement with the help of modifiers. So how to use these modifiers, which are all the different types of modifiers, let us see now. So let us see the actual definition of modifier. So modifiers are used to modify the meaning of the base data type, the fundamental data type, the primary data type, so that it can more precisely fits to the needs of various situations. So while writing the program, we come across various situations. So in order to suit all those situations, we make use of these modifiers so that I can accept the variety of data and save the memory. I can effectively utilize the memory. So memory can be effectively utilized with these kind of modifiers. So you have different types of modifiers. So there are totally 4 kinds of modifiers. So we have unsigned modifier, signed modifier, short modifier, and then long. So these are the 4 types of modifiers that what we can use, and these modifiers are used as a prefix to the existing data type. If I use this with integer, the meaning changes of the integer. If I say unsigned, signed, short, long, all these modifiers when I use as a prefix, the meaning of that base data type itself changes. The name itself are self-explanatory. Unsigned means no negative sign. Unsigned represents there should be no negative sign, and signed represents it can support both positive and negative. Then you have short. So I just gave an example. So when I want to store a very small number, it may be a single digit or 2 digits, I can simply go with short. Say I want to store the whole number, which is very small number, a single digit number, say 1 or 12, something like that. Then I can say short. So it is maybe in some processor it may take 1 byte. So as I said, the storage capacity varies. For integer, if it is 2 bytes in case of 16-bit processor, for short it may take just 1 byte. So it is used to store small numbers. And usually the storage capacity will be at around 1 byte. It may vary also. Say in 32-bit or 64-bit, the integer itself may take 4 bytes. Then I can say short, it can take 2 bytes, like that. Then long. I want to store a very long number, say the mobile number, then or the Aadhaar card number. So it is a very long. I just can't store that in the fundamental data type in integer. So I have to go with long integer. So it is used to store long numbers. Say when I say the integer takes 2 bytes, maybe this long, it may take 4 bytes of storage. So this is how we use the modifiers. So let's see how to use these modifiers, how to add these modifiers as prefix to the base data type. So let us see some examples, like how to use these modifiers along with the base data type. So here you have some examples. So you have signed, unsigned, short, long. Signed int. So as I said, all these modifiers are used as prefix to the base data types. So I say signed int followed with the variable name equal to a signed value. That is, signed int says it can allow the signs, negative sign. We usually use negative sign, but for positive we don't mention plus. We write negative with minus. So I can use the signed values. So it is -2, 3, 4. Then I say unsigned int means it is not supporting the signs, negative numbers not allowed. So it is the whole number, but it is unsigned. Whole number, it can be signed, just like that. So here unsigned int be equal to 267, no signs, negative signs not allowed. You can say short int c equal to 12. Say when I say int, I can just say int c equal to 12. But what happens? 12, it's a very small number and 2 bytes of memory is more for that. So I say short int. So what the compiler will do? It is going to allocate only 1 byte. So to store a very small number, 1 byte is sufficient. And I have discussed the variable declaration statement. Please do check out the videos of the variable, how to declare variable and what happens when a variable gets declared, what the compiler is going to do and how the memory is going to be allocated. So please do check out my previous videos. So here I have short int. The variable name is c and I am assigning the value 12. So it is a very small number. So short modifier tells the compiler you allocate less amount of memory. Then I say long int d, a very long number. So I have an integer variable. The variable name is d. It can store long numbers because the modifier long says, it tells the compiler you allocate more space. So it can allocate 4 bytes of memory. Then I say these modifiers can be used as prefix. So multiple modifiers can be used as prefix to the base data type. Int is the base data type. I say unsigned long. Unsigned means no sign. So I can have a very long number but no sign. The same way I can say signed long. So I can use multiple modifiers with the base data type like this. And there is a special feature here. I can simply use the modifier and then have a variable name. I say long f equal to a very long value. But I have not mentioned the base data type. But the compiler takes the default data type as int here. Int will be applied automatically. So I need not write int there. If I simply say long, it is nf, int will be automatically applied by the compiler. Then I can say unsigned character data type. So unsigned character. So what unsigned value we can have with character? As I said, character converts the values to its ASCII value. So it is unsigned ASCII value, and you have certain range of values also. We'll talk about that. Then I say signed character means it is converting the ASCII value which can have signs. I can use the long modifier with double data type. So double itself can store more amount of space, 8 bytes of memory. But some calculations require accurate value. In such cases, we say long double with more number of precision values. Say, I have just given a very simple example. It can have more decimal places. Well, this is about the modifiers and how to use these modifiers with the base data type. But there is still few more things we need to learn about the data types. That is about the range of the values that what each and every data type can support with its modifiers. A very big table we need to discuss, and what the range tells the user and how I can store the values. So just look at this example. I say 267 for this signed int or unsigned int or something like that. I say very long number for long int. But you have a range of values that what I can give for a specific data type with its modifier. So that we need to discuss. Well, for today's video, I'm going to stop here. In the next video, we will discuss about the range of data type, the modifiers and the base data type and the range, and how we need to understand that range of values with this very simple sample program. Well, till then, I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.